Hello, my name is Davis Raymond O'Neill, and I have schizoaffective disorder. Um, there's been a lot of change that's happened, not necessarily with what I go through mentally, but with my thoughts and with my actions. Thoughts leading to actions mostly. I choose to stay more positive throughout the day by thinking positive affirmations. So the way I was taught by someone on a YouTube video was if you're thinking mostly positive thoughts throughout the day, because don't get me wrong, like you can't think positive thoughts 100% of the time for the rest of your life. Negative reactions are going to happen, negative thoughts are going to happen, but the thing is you can do things like every time you have a negative thought, you can say like 3 positive affirmations, and it might even get repetitive. Like, let's say I say in my head, like, and it's just like automatic. It's just like, oh, today's boring, or today is just not a good day. I could be like, in my head, I could be like, I'm strong. I am worthy of great things. I can be who I really am. So I just triple sized the amount of positivity versus the negativity. So my goal is to be more positive than negative throughout the entire day. And that's helped me out a lot. Now, I hear a lot of negative voices in my head when I hear voices. I get those are auditory hallucinations. I don't get visual hallucinations. I don't see things that aren't there. I just hear things that aren't there. Now, for the first and longest time, the first time I started hearing voices, I thought I had a superpower, which was I was thinking I had telepathy. And the reason that was is because I didn't want to believe I had a mental illness. So I was very delusional. And no matter what anybody told me, mainly because of my trust issues, I would not believe anybody who said it's not telepathy, you're not hearing anything that I can hear. And what I mean by that is they can't hear what I'm hearing, like what I was hearing in my head sounded like what was coming from like different directions. And it wasn't sounding like it came from inside my head. It sounded like it came from outside my head. And it didn't sound like as if someone was talking to me directly, like if someone was sitting right here and talking to me. I wouldn't hear voices like that. It would sound like something that sounded like as if I transmitted a message of words in my brain to someone else's brain. And that's what I was hearing, these voices. And these voices were telling me a lot of negative things, so I automatically assumed that a lot of people hated me or just didn't like me or didn't want to be around me or just didn't like me at all. And I lived like that for the longest time, even up until about, like, I gotta say, like, even recently I thought that it was even a possibility that that's what was going on still, but I caught myself because I've believed lately that it's not true. That I am just hearing voices. And these voices are like literally my brain is creating these voices somewhere in my brain. My brain creates these voices, and that's how my brain works. That's what's been going on the whole time. I just haven't believed that. But I got through my delusional state of mind. And that's a huge breakthrough for me. That's an amazing thing that happened because, now I'm doing a lot better. I'm able to function better as a human being. I'm not so on edge. I'm not feeling worse. I'm feeling much better lately. And that's great. So next thing I got to do is I got to set up an appointment for my medication because I got to tell you I'm a drug addict And I'm sober now. I've been sober for over 4.5 months, almost 5 months now. But I was using a lot of drugs, and when you take these drugs, it affects the way that your mind works, and especially with the medication, it kicks the medication out of the brain, and it just like goes out of your system, and then you're stuck with the drugs in your system, and once the drugs are out of your system, you don't have the medication. And I was doing that for the whole time that I was getting my Invega. And there's another video I have on a different YouTube channel that I have on here, but I don't think I was high in that video, but at the same time I'm not sure. I did smoke a lot of weed, but yeah, like I was not doing good. And now I need to get my medication sorted out. I'm supposed to already have gotten it like 2 days ago. But here's the thing is, like, I'm supposed to get it every 4 weeks originally, and I set it up to get it every 3 weeks, but I was also on drugs when I set it up to get every 3 weeks. So now I'm back in the situation where I'm possibly not needing it until the 4th week. But I was having trouble on the 2nd week, but I broke through that. It was a learning experience. I had to like fight off the voices in my head. Mentally, I had to like tell them, like fuck off, pretty much. Like whatever works for you, really. But they get really pissed off at me and they say a lot of mean things. So I get to my boiling point and I end up telling them to screw off and stuff like that. But I try and do that mentally, like in my head, is what I mean by that when I say mentally, instead of saying it out loud. But if I do have to say it out loud, I make sure that no one's around. But if there is someone around, I explain to them what I'm doing, and hopefully they don't think I'm crazy. That's the only thing. But I've had to learn that, like the hard way, that some people are not going to understand that stuff, and it is what it is. Like, there's not much you could do about it. So I'm handling it pretty well so far, and I am going to hopefully get my injection before I go back to work on Wednesday. I got a new job at Amazon. I work for Amazon now. I'm an Amazonian is what they call it when you become a team member of Amazon. And I am working full time. So I work 11-hour days, but actually I'm doing the night shift, so I usually sleep during the day and I stay up all night and work, and then I come home at 6:30 a.m. and then I am off to bed, and then I wake up around like 2 or 3 in the afternoon, and then have to leave by 5:45 in the evening. So that's my routine lately. Plus I have to go to meetings, like the drug addicts meetings, the Alcoholics Anonymous meetings and stuff like that. That's what I attend. So I go to meetings and I have to call my sponsor. I have to make sure I meet with my sponsor every once in a while. So on my days off, I'm also very busy. Plus I'm a musician. And I've been posting a lot of music lately, and I write rap and I write acoustic music, and I also know how to scream like deathcore vocals. And like I do a lot of stuff, so like I'm very busy, and I don't have a lot of time to think about like what else is there to do. But I fit in the positive affirmations in my daily routine, and learn some things about positive affirmations, and I try and stay as positive as I can throughout the day, understanding that there is no certain way to stay positive 100% of the time. I mean, it's literally not possible to do. There's no such thing as being perfect. Nobody's perfect. I mean, if you haven't realized that already, it's the truth. Like, nobody really is perfect. And so perfection doesn't exist. You can't keep chasing perfection because it's not attainable. It's just not a realistic goal to obtain. So you just do the best that you can. You work every single day to stay positive, as more positive as you can possibly get, and then keep doing that. Stay consistent with that, and that will help. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. Thanks for watching. It's already been over 10 minutes. I can't believe that because I feel like I've only been talking for like 5, but anyways, thanks for watching this video, and I will be posting more, probably about different videos about different things and stuff like that, but just wanted to let you guys know that, hey, I have schizoaffective disorder, and like, I go through it every single day, and it doesn't go away, and I have to cope with it. So listening to music helps me cope a lot. Yeah, so that's what I do mainly. So yep, positive affirmations, listening to music, playing music, making music. That's my addiction now. That's my active addiction, is music, which is a great thing to be addicted to, in my opinion. It's better than doing drugs. So yeah, with that, I see you later.